Congratulations on making it to the final week of the semester. You have worked really hard to get to this point, and the finish line is in sight. Just a couple of more things you need to do and to submit, and then you're all done. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about your final speech, which is your persuasive speech. I have asked that you persuade using the motivated sequence, that 5-step process where you grab our attention, establish the need, satisfy the need, help us to visualize, and then your call to action. I've gone through and basically have, I think for most, if not all, of the topics have approved them. I gave some conditions, so please be sure to look at the feedback that I gave you for that. It's very difficult in an 8-week class to give you feedback in enough time to make any sort of changes. That's why the recommendations I have made are things that you can do in terms of structuring and organizing. It's nothing drastic like completely having to change your topic. So the feedback that I give you is minimal because the overall idea that you have is very good, and you just need to keep a couple things in mind. And that's why I wanted to spend just a little bit of time talking about the guidelines using the motivated sequence. If we look at the content, your attention, that's first step, is the same attention that you've been using all semester long for all of your speeches, where you jump right in with that attention getter to draw us in based upon your topic. The need, however, is a little bit different. This is where you psychologically prime us, the audience, of the significance of the problem. Then the satisfaction, which is that third step, that satisfaction essentially is a plan to help us satisfy this need that you've planted. The fourth step, which is visualization, helps us to see how the plan will work and how it should work. And then lastly is your call to action, and that is what you want us to do in that moment. So make sure that you tell us what you want us to do and how you want us to do it. We might not see the fruits of our labor when we do that. However, you are still taking care of that call to action by attempting to get us to do something in that moment, which is the whole goal for that step number 5. To break this up, you want to look at the attention, that first step, as your attention getter, which hasn't changed, but you'll still move into the same structure and organization. You'll still have your statement of credibility, your thesis statement, and then your preview of your main points. What will be different is how you structure and organize those points using step number 2, the need, step number 3, the satisfaction, step number 4, the visualization. Those main points are already laid out for you. You just need to use them to get to that 5th step. So when I say that your main points are clear and fully supported, your first main point should be the need, your second main point should be the satisfaction, and your third main point should be the visualization. Then in your conclusion, you're going to signal like you normally do, restate that central idea or that thesis, review those main points, and then that 5th step will be the call to action. So think of that as your clincher, but instead of leaving us on some sort of ominous note, you're going to tell us what you want us to do in that moment and how you want us to do it. Kind of like the example showed you of what she wanted you to do and how she wanted you to do it. You'll also notice in this lesson that I did not put a discussion board together for you to submit your speeches to. You already have enough that you're doing, and because our lesson ends on Friday instead of Sunday, you have a limited number of days to complete these final activities. So you unfortunately won't be sharing your work with others in your class this time. You'll just be sharing it with me for me to grade. One more thing on the guidelines that's new is the visual aid. The visual aid should be used to truly support a point or points within your speech. It's not for the speaker, it's for the audience. So that's why you want to pick something that will truly support the point that it is that you're trying to make. Make sure that you conceal to reveal to conceal again. I know in an online environment it can be kind of difficult with technology, but you want to make sure that whatever visual aid that you use, it truly supports your speech and it's visible for us to see clearly. So if you are really good with technology, I've had students who will put together a PowerPoint and they will show the PowerPoint on their television as their visual aid, as like a projector, if you will. But again, if you're not crafty with technology, don't worry about it. Use something that truly supports your point. I have a student who will be they'll be wearing a t-shirt as it relates to their topic, then they will be drawing the audience to look at that t-shirt as their focal point in that particular moment. That's fine. Or if you have like an object that you want to use, you just want to make sure that you have it visible at the point that you need to have it visible, that you assume everyone can see it, and then when you're done using it, you conceal it again. I have graded everything up to the previous lesson. I am starting to work on grading activities within this final lesson, but just as a reminder, everything that's due this week is due by Friday, August 4th by 11:59 p.m. I will not be accepting any late work at this point, so please double and triple check that your links are working, because if they're not working, I can't access your speech and I can't grade it appropriately. So please double and triple check your links. And also please feel free to email, call, or stop by with any questions that you have. I will be going out of town on Friday and I won't be returning for a whole nother week. So I'm hoping to get all my grading done before I leave. I'll be sending you an alert and I'll be posting that alert in E360 to let you know that things have been graded, to check them, because after that I'll give you a window of time to review and ask me any final questions, and then I will be submitting your grades to be transferred to your permanent transcript. An 8-week speech class is not easy. You all did a wonderful job week after week getting these assignments done, asking me questions, giving me feedback. I really appreciate your level of scholarship you brought this summer. It was a pleasure to work with you. One more thing. I received the results from this extra credit survey that I offered. And we met our 50% threshold. Thank you for that. So everyone received 10 points extra credit. You can review that in the gradebook in E360. Let me know for some reason if you don't see it, because I'm pretty sure I put it there, but sometimes I'm wrong. Have a great rest of your summer. Good luck with your future endeavors. And if you're ever at the Business Education Center, I'm in room 245. Swing by and stop in and see me. Take care.